So today's video we have a look at Sephiroth. You all know this deck, it's an Orzhov Sacrifice deck, but we added Ultima. Ultima, a really cool card. It looks maybe a bit contradicting, but we play 4 Raise the Past, and this card can get many people off guard. It got me off guard last season many times. I played against one person, I don't know the name anymore, and they had Ultima in this list, and they were quite high in the rank even in the end of the season. So we want to test this out and see how it goes. So this is the deck. Yeah, I mean, it's a straight up Sephiroth Sacrifice deck. Sephiroth the Fabled Soldier, 3 mana, 3/3. Whenever Sephiroth enters or attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, draw a card. Whenever another creature dies, target opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. If this happens 4 times in that turn, then Sephiroth will flip to Sephiroth One-Winged Angel, which is a 5/5 flying, but has Supernova now. And that this creature transforms into Sephiroth One-Winged Angel, you get an emblem with whenever a creature dies, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. So that emblem is definitely something you want to have. And also, when Sephiroth attacks this time, you may sacrifice any number of other creatures. And you do draw that many cards. So it's definitely a really strong card overall in a deck like this. We play many creatures, many cheap creatures. We have Raise the Past here, 4 mana sorcery, turn all creature cards with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, which technically hits all the creatures except Sephiroth, and Enduring Innocence, which is a 3 mana 2/1. This one is our card draw engine as well. Sephiroth draws cards, but also Enduring Innocence, because whenever we play a creature with power 2 or less, then we can draw a card. This only triggers once a turn though, and when this creature dies, it comes back as an enchantment. Let's have a look at the cheap creature here, and we have from the new set the Sir Von Dam Sunstar Exemplar, 2 mana 2/2, Vigilance Menace. Whenever another creature you control dies or is put into exile, put a +1/+1 counter on this card and you gain 1 life. When this card dies and its power is 4 or greater, we can destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent. I play 3, mainly because this is one of the best cards against aggressive decks, because you can pump this really big, and also this card gives you life. So it has both in one, that's why I play 3 main deck. We have the Vengeful Blood Witch, which is a pinger, a 2 mana 1/1. When another creature dies, or this creature, then we do 1 damage, or opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Umbrella Color Sealer here, 2 mana 3/2 from the new set. This is our Sacrificer. We can sacrifice a creature artifact, so well 1. Voice of Victor here, 2 mana 1/3. Your opponent can't cast spell during your turn, super strong. Mobilize 2 creates 2 tokens that are attacking when we attack with this, and they will be sacrificed at the end of turn. Of course, super great synergy. Then we have the Nesting Bot and the Infestation Sage. Both of them are like, you sacrifice them, you get a 1/1. So we have more sacrifices. And still the all-star, I think, of this deck is the Snarling Gorehound, which is a 1 mana 1/1 with Menace. Whenever another creature you control with power 2 or less enters Surveil 1. This card, every time I have this, most of the time wins. That's a really fun thing to say. But yeah, this card improves your win rate quite a lot if you have it on the starting hand. Here we have the Ultima, right? The 5 mana, destroy all artifacts and creature, end the turn. So this card is mainly against the artifact decks, but it also can reset the board, and then you can play next turn and Raise the Past. What I want to say to this is, if you have Enduring Innocence on the battlefield, you want to make sure you sacrifice this card first. Because otherwise, this one will not come back, because it will end the turn. Also, the triggers will not apply with Ultima. So you want to sacrifice your board, then Ultima, and then next turn Raise the Past. That's the main idea here. The mana base is quite simple. We do have Surveillance, because we like Surveil in this type of deck. We want to put a lot of cards in the graveyard to use Raise the Past and get them back. Some small things here, just to say. This card, the Sir Von Dam, is really strong. Don't block early on, because you really want to make sure this one gets big. We played against Cruel Delirium, and you will see they tried to bait me into blocks, but we just kept strong, kept this one there, and they grew to a 7 or 9/9, and gave us life all game long. Super strong. Mono Red also has a hard time to deal with this once it gets bigger, and Voice of Victory is basically 2 sacrifice triggers on this, so it's 2 life, and they become a 4/4. Sephiroth here, really good synergy with Voice of Victory as well. It is not an aggressive deck per se, but you can be quite aggressive too sometimes. Against control you have the creatures, so you can just attack. And I had a control matchup. I will add it in the video, but the camera was blurry, so I'm sorry about that. But I think it was a good matchup to watch outside of the blurry camera. But yeah, it is a really cool deck. I know you saw this many times on the ladder. I played this, I think, one of the first decks I built when I came back with Final Fantasy. But yeah, we have improvements with Sir Van Dam and the Color Sealet here. And I really enjoy playing this. It can be annoying to play against. And if you want to play this to climb, I will say it's a good deck, but you have a lot of triggers. You will lose a lot of time with the triggers, and some games can be quite grindy. It costs time, but I still think it's a good deck. I don't think it's an S tier deck. I think it's an A tier deck, maybe an A minus, something like this. But yeah, super strong. I wanted to show off Ultima. It worked great when they did it against me. I sadly could not. I played for 1.5 hours trying to find a matchup where I actually can use it, but I couldn't. So yeah, sadly cannot show this, but it's a really cool addition, and it got me many times. But yeah, the win rate was quite good with this deck. Some cool matchups. Cauldrons, you know, I wish I had Ultima there, but they are on the play, and it can be so crazy if they have the nut draw. Even Sir Van Dam cannot always fix this, but it's a good card against that deck in general. You always want to start with the Gorehound, if possible. Perfect would be a voice, so we get 2 surveils in to fix up our turn 3. And then yeah, Sephiroth would be really nice, but also other cards would be nice at that point. Even Sir Van Dam is nice after that. But you want to just make sure you have a Gorehound on hand. I sometimes recommend to maul aggressively. You don't have like 2 of them and 2 of them. Then you're basically in top deck mode, right? But yeah, cool deck. And if you like my content, feel free to like the video, subscribe, leave a comment below, join my Discord. I always post a deck, so what I'm up to. So you can always ask me questions there. I always answer. And yeah, I wish you fun with the games. We are ready. Smoker. As a T-Law here, I definitely like Smoker. We have a hand. We have our Surveil, which is something we want. We have Erase the Past, and we have this one. This is probably going to be a more interesting matchup if we're going to face a control deck. Let's see how we will do. Not happy about this one. Not really happy. So yeah. Let's see how we're going to perform. We should have played this first here. Get one more on the engine, but... Okay, I will take... This is really annoying. I have to do it this way. I have to keep this one here because we need more than one against them. If they play Rest in Peace, it's going to be really painful. But we're able to poke in some damage here, right? So we going in. They most likely have a counter here. So... As usual in this control matchups, you have to play with your board. And we are playing with our board. That's why it was quite important before to do this correctly. And here we go again. We have 3 creature. And I do want to actually use Sephiroth here. If they only have a 3 steps ahead on hand. Okay, it's a no more ice, right? We have a second Sephiroth, so it's not too bad. We want to be at the point where we can actually have a sacrifice, so Raise the Pass is better. Well, we repeat. We repeat. So now maybe we get a chance to play Sephiroth. We're gonna do it. They maybe have another counter. If not, we are happy with this. Here we're gonna sacrifice the Sage. Yeah, I had a feeling it's a Consult because there was a stop before. So they are looking for a board wipe and we're looking for a land. I'm not too happy, of course, about the Authority. It gives them, yeah, let's say, some ways to survive this way longer. And we draw another Sephiroth. Okay, quite interesting. We have to bin this one. So, most likely there will be a board wipe. Stock up, wow. Stock up. Okay, that is interesting. So there is no board wipe coming in now. They could have a spot removal. But hey, we take it, yeah. Spot removal detected here. Double authority is brutal. We are actually gonna do this. I need to find a land here. Like, I'm literally not finding any lands, which is kind of brutal. Okay, found a land. These authorities are super annoying. We didn't find any sacrifice outlet yet, which is something we need if they board wipe and we want to race. So yeah, this is something we expected. But then, yeah, I mean, we get life. But we're just gonna try to put as much as... This is a bit crazy, yeah. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? We're gonna bin everything. There's literally nothing we're probably gonna take. This is a good one, but we're gonna bin everything here. If they board wipe, we're just gonna redo it. I mean, for a draw, it's not too bad. So it's just telling them that we maybe top the race the past, right? But they have to board wipe, otherwise this is going to be painful. Double authority, not easy to deal with. So yeah, we're just going to attack here. We're most likely going to see a counterspell here. Probably with draws included. So, that's fine. And exactly like we predicted. They're on 13. They have to deal with this board. And the board does damage. I mean, we just redo this over and over. Like, that's the point, right? They need to have counter and board wipe up. So, they may have a board wipe here. We're gonna hit from there for damage here. They get life back. That's what it is. So we ping. It's definitely one of the more weirder games. Okay, that is quite nice actually. I mean... So let's see our graveyard. We have... a voice. It's just... well... I wish I could play the Blood Witch there, but hey, here we go. You get some life over there. We got a lot of triggers. They got a lot of triggers. It's one of the weirder matchups. I cannot finish, sadly. Yeah, you get life. Double authority is... it's one of those games. Ah, this one I should have kept. That's my bad. But I would love to have another land there. How many cards? 30? We're gonna just make sure that we find more Blood Witches. Is it a decent card? I mean, we have 2 more races. So, yeah. They need to have board wipes. Coming. I think now we good. They have 29 life. They will lose a lot of life again if they board wipe, and we have 4 more creatures. They cannot counterspell, so Sephiroth will be really, really powerful. We have a Witch and a Sephiroth, and then we have to do the math, right? Okay, that's not helping them. They need to deal with Voice of Victory here. Like, we're playing against double authority, which is, yeah, it's a bit tricky. If they pass here, then we have this in the back. That is low-key annoying. But we have to accept it. Okay, we have the voice there. And we want to go this one. They get to life again. Cannot prevent. Right now, I don't want to mill too much anymore. And then we're going to play Sephiroth. Where we should have attacked first for 1 damage. My bad. We could also not play Sephiroth here, of course. They get the life there, so attacking with voice was a bit stupid, but we need the sacrifice outlet, it's still better. Well, we're gonna bin it though. Like, I just really don't want to mill myself, to be honest. We're gonna take damage quite a lot. Which is 6. We don't have the trigger there, but if we have the land, we have voice and raise the past, and then we win. If they have another board wipe. So yeah. It's still going, okay. Okay, they are searching for a board wipe. And if they do not have it, then we win the game. Okay, so we have 16. We attack for 3. Okay, yeah. So we didn't even need it. Just keep raising the pass as much as we can, and there we got the win there. Ultima against this deck is definitely not what you want, but I mean, the deck itself is strong, right? So, GG. Sarkhan looks so cool, though. Okay, again, starting with a Gorehound is always what you want. And we have a voice, which makes this even better. It's definitely really nice. So we're gonna start off with our Gorehound here. And we have a Soul Tile list. Okay, they have exile stuff. So it's a control list, huh? So we definitely want to have the voice here, and we do not want that land. So we're going in with the Gorehound. We have some really good cards here that complement these two really well. We have to think what we want though. The main goal is to top erase the past, so once they board wipe, we can just erase the past, right? That's like the main goal. Finding land is not the main goal, of course. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna attack first for the triggers, and then we play one of these, depending what we need. Because we want to see what we draw next. Nope. Nope. Okay. So usually I could go with this one first, because they cannot board wipe yet. They have to spot remove, and I think the damage this will provide is higher. Could be a good top too, but I think against control you just really want to do it the way I mentioned. And we also like sacrifice outlets or Sephiroths. This gives a huge attack next turn, especially with the Blood Witch. And it's too much pressure beyond the play. So this was quite a fast win, and we take it. Okay. Yeah, no, we can try. So we play against Cauldron, I guess. Okay, now we play against Monument. Most likely dice. But they need it. So the thing with Monument is, the deck needs a lot of preparation. And if the deck has the preparation, it's quite strong. But yeah, they can get rid of voice if they're willing to sacrifice a card. They can also bounce here, makes sense. Definitely can go for that. Slowing me down makes sense. We have erased the past, but we don't have a way to get cards in the graveyard, which is usually not really good. Ultima, yeah, works. It's not perfect. Quantum Riddler, they are trying to get the pieces together while slowing me down. And they probably play the Winter Night Star here, which is really nice on the Riddler, right? They are definitely trying to get the pieces. So not sure if we managed to get this in time done, but hey, we try our best. They usually play Vivi 2 and some have 1 or 2 Cauldrons, so we see the Vivi there. Not happy about that, of course. Yeah, but okay. Vivi is 3 mana, we have an Ultima. Okay, this is a really important card now. Boy, this is interesting. Sephiroth is decent. But I think we have to go wider now. And we also need to find lands. So this is our main plan here. Get the most surveillance. Hopefully it's not a land, but we can think about it. This goes graveyard. This goes graveyard. And then we do the damage. And then we're gonna sacrifice here to get the extra surveillance in, right? If untapped land, it would be better. We're gonna keep this. And then we end the turn. We do have pressure on board, but yeah, they need creature Cauldron, right? If they have creature Cauldron, they can do something. So they go with another Riddler here. There could be Cauldron now. There could be definitely Cauldron. Ultima here, definitely not what we want to have. Yeah. It's painful. But we can maybe trigger a Sephiroth next turn, so... They can go off crazy here, but triggering Sephiroth is important. And then if we don't die the turn after this, there's something we can do. So they have 5 mana. They maybe just play Riddler here for the blocks, which, yeah, is fine. My goal is definitely to trigger Sephiroth next turn. That's the most important part. Another talent, okay. I mean, I'm pretty sure they play Monument. Otherwise, I don't see the need for talent. Another Riddler. They're just drawing, like they don't really advancing the board in a good direction. So that's fine by me. Yeah, as long as they don't have a Monument, these talents are not doing what they want, right? And I cannot Ultima, but we do have something going. We do have only 1 card in the graveyard. We're gonna change that next turn. We're gonna change that next turn. We need to keep Voice. That's the most important one. Okay, yeah, they're gonna play more cards here. So now they play Quantum Riddler naturally from the hand. The question is, how far do we survive? How far do we survive? Okay, Storm Chaser's talent is pretty good. So they can get a card from the graveyard. They have a bounce, but could be worse. Okay, yeah, I mean, this is not easy. I mean, that turn is going forever here. Forever and ever. Yeah, do your thing, my man. Like, opponent is literally going to mill themselves right now. I'm pretty sure they have like a... Sometimes, I mean, it really depends on what they play. Maybe they just play a Vivi from hand here too. And just keep going, right? With the Quantum Riddlers, they just draw and draw and draw. Like, what are they searching? Like, what is the thing here? What's going on? Haste, huh? Yeah, I see. I see, but I mean, we can block, it's no trampoline. This is a crazy game, guys. This is like literally a PvE here. The thing I really dislike about Vivi is like it just takes forever to watch them do things. Like, I have a lot of triggers, right? But my gosh, this just takes forever and ever and ever. Yeah. Yeah. This is what it is, huh? But they have to bounce my Voice, otherwise they have no interaction in my turn. Well, they have no mana. Okay, I mean, they have a lot of creatures out. We have to be careful. They most likely are able to finish us next turn with Quantum Riddler. But we can flip Sephiroth, so we have a flying block, but they can just use the talent here. This is a really interesting Magic game. They have 11 cards. Okay, we're gonna resolve all here. This is like... I'm clicking too many things here. Just do your thing, man. Let's have some sip of coffee here. Like, watching a bit of Netflix here. Resolve again. Now, can they finish us this turn? They have 8 cards left. So they try Vivi finish us, right? But they don't have that many cards left. Yeah, solve this. I mean, the board looks, I would say, pretty strong. If I have an Ultima, I think we would have quite a high chance to do something. You don't have another card, right? It's just Vivi. Oh, guys, this is why I really hope that Cauldron gets banned, then things cannot happen. Vivi alone is fine, I think, but this is quite annoying. Are we done now? No. Okay. They just win with the talent here. This is so fun! PvE gaming. PvE gaming. I wish I would have been on the play here. Would have been nice if they couldn't finish me this turn. Okay, yeah, now Vivi does damage. You have 8 more cards. It's a lot of damage. It would be so funny if they couldn't finish it this turn. It would be hilarious, actually. I just wonder. Can I do it? Yeah, I probably can, right? So stupid. Oh, guys. Just have lands, please. Okay. You got me. Hey, that was a really cool game. I really enjoyed this one. GG. Sometimes, you know, yeah, you wanna make a video for, you wanna make a game for a video, and then you just watch an episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Okay. I mean, you know, it's one of those hands. It's one of those hands. I wish I can play nesting board early on though. But I really need to make sure that we get the land. I'm not happy about winning this. But we need the land, and then Sephiroth with double voice is quite powerful. Okay. We got a land, so that kind of worked out. We have some sort of, I don't know. Some good old I don't know here. Maybe they have board vibes, maybe they do not. Maybe another voice would have been the play here, but I have really no idea what they have. So we going like this first. Putting some damage in, some more pressure. If they have board vibe, at least we keep a nesting boss and do damage too. No idea what's going on over there. Really, no idea. Cannot trigger it. I would say they have a board wipe. So yeah, definitely better playing voice before, but it's really hard to say. So let's just draw a card here. I cannot trigger it anyways. Okay, we found a land, which is still nice. We don't have a voice, raise the past, I mean. We had to bin it. We're gonna play this here. If they decide to board wipe, we have 2 creatures left that can pressure, and board wipe also kills them because of the Vengeful Blood Witch. So I don't know what they want to do now. Okay, I mean, Galta is scary. So it's Dinosaur. Do they have a revival spell for 3? I don't think they have. So this is basically it. There is one, but you need more cards in the graveyard. So we just win if you pass, right? And yeah, we won the game. Dinosaur reanimation. Been a while, but yeah. I guess we did it, huh? This is a keep. This is a keep. Mainly because we don't have a sacrifice outlet. The Blood Witches are quite funny though, but I love Gorehound turn 1. It's the best turn 1 you can have. Always the best turn 1. A lot of Blood Witches. Looking for most likely Sephiroth. Sacrifice, raise the past at one point, of course. Okay, we got the raise the past here, which is nice. Another Vengeful Blood Witch. A voice. Voice actually decent with Gorehound. Gives you more triggers for the Surveil. But yeah, it's gonna be tricky. If they have Trample, like this is green, always have to think about that. But yeah, with the Blood Witches, voice is just too strong not to have. I can see them playing Cage actually. Which gives me a Cage feeling over there. Maybe we can bin some creatures. And then our last card will do quite well. A sacrifice card would be nice. This is an interesting one. If they attack, we block. We will block. Yeah, that's the scary one, so we have to block already. We block with everything we have. Wow, they give us these chances. So here... I mean, I do want the voice to die too, but I actually don't, so I can attack. So here we have the most damage. It's a really interesting attack. This helps us so much. And, well, I mean, it's a lot of damage, my friend. We have raised the past. We have raised the past, and we have a sacrifice outlet with lots of Blood Witches. And as you can see, this is quite a lot of damage. This is absolutely... I mean, just to be sure, you know. And that's GG. Because we do have our sacrifice outlet. Just bin everything, it doesn't matter. We're just gonna finish this off old-fashioned style here. And they realized it, so we got the game. A victory for us. And yeah, GG. Why not go for it? Sometimes I like it. If you find a sacrifice or surveil, it's pretty good. These hands are kind of weird though, but we try to be as aggressive as possible here. The problem is these creatures... Groot is dangerous. They have trample. That's a good card though. Like this card makes our card grow, so we appreciate it. Do we want to trade a voice in though? If they have a 3-2 now, which most likely they have. If they attack, okay. Okay, that's fine. That is a card. I mean, fine is always relative, you know. But it will give us power, which we like. Which we like. It gives us life. We get a 4/4. That's pretty good. Of course they're gonna block the voice here. So we have a Delirium opponent, and Delirium is so explosive in one turn. We have to be really careful. This one blocks extremely well. Extremely well. And I have to say, I do want to keep it on the field though. Mainly because I know what they can do. They already have 3 Delirium. There is the one that gives double strike, and then they have Overload, which gives trample. Oh, overprotect? What's the name? Oh, not Overload, Overprotect. Let me know what the name is, but yeah, they have that one too. And that makes this quite dangerous. Okay, that's fine. I can live with that one. If they attack here, then they have an obvious spell to try to hunt me. We will block with the nesting bot every day here. Every day. Yeah. I get another life here and another trigger, which is good for me. They don't really have a way to deal with Sir if it gets too big. I mean, I'm not falling for this attack, you know, it's kind of obvious. So, yeah, we get a good attack here as well, which is super nice, right? So we have this attack here. They don't have Delirium, so they can block this one with this. But they cannot use it because we have Voice, so perfect for us. Then we're gonna be mana efficient. I think a 2/1 blocker is actually better because they usually don't have flyers. Now we have a 7/7. And they have to deal with the 7/7. So Sir, 1 dam. A really good card against aggressive deck, and this is why we played 3 in the main deck. Because it's best of 1, and I think it has to be 3 in that case. So now we have 22 life, and it's about to calculate the things now. If they have Delirium, double attack, double strike, 3 plus 3 was 3, so it would be 4, 7, plus 1, 8, 16 they could do with this one here. But they need one more card here, so if they use one spell first, do they have an instant? They don't have an instant, it would have to be the 3/3. Okay, cash grab is fine. So yeah, this is the Violent Urge here, which is a bit dangerous. But we will not die to attacks here. If they have double strike, there's a world. But other than that... So this one is the one that will get the power, right? So if 22 lives, where are we just gonna do this first? And this here. They have only 2 mana open. So this is a double strike, which we definitely expected to happen. Again, we do get life back. And they will attack again. One mana. Nice. So there shouldn't be a way for them to deal with my Surf on them. Good game. Yeah, but that's the only reason how we won this game. Because of this one card. And yeah, dangerous against Tramplers, always really dangerous. But yeah, we went there, so GG. Alrighty. Lux. This is a mono white deck. Definitely the wipes. Okay, this is nice. It's actually nice. We're gonna shock here. We do like to see this. Voice is a bit clunky against mono white. I mean, I'm not sure if it's mono white, I just get the vibes. Okay, it's not mono white. It's wow. Okay. Voice coming in. It's okay. We have voices. I get it. Voice is nice because it gives us the most surveils. If we get a free attack here, I'm super happy. Other than that, we go voice into nesting bot. They kind of have to deal with voice, I think. Okay, they do not. So we try to get all the cards except race in our graveyard. Could went with double voice here. But we get 4 surveils. Getting 2 here. Just looking for a race. If it's a Sephiroth, I can keep 2. Damage coming through. And then, as usual, you start sacrificing here. Nope. Nope. I mean, well, we saw all 4 voices, which is kind of funny. We still have the option to get 4 more surveils here if you want to. I think they play, actually, destroy target artifact or enchantment. That is, well, that's a sacrifice then. Okay, no. Now, if you find, no. That's interesting. I kind of want to do this again. If we find the past here, it's absolutely powerful. Good card, but I'm gonna risk this. Yeah, not what we wanted. Nope. This is quite funny. So, what we're looking forward to is a board wipe. I mean, not a board wipe on our side, on their side. Hello. I'm playing 4. No. Now we're gonna play it. Now I feel comfortable playing it here, because even if they have a board wipe, it's game. We have a witch, right? Yeah, here's the witch. And yeah, they need the board wipe, otherwise they lose to the board state. And they need... Yeah, I don't think there's a way out. They could have removal plus rest in peace. That technically works. Other than that, like, I mean, it doesn't work great, but it gives them 1 more turn. And then they maybe have another board wipe. Yeah, so as I said, it doesn't help since we have it. And yeah. In this, we just press the buttons. So, if you want to have a deck like this and climb, you have to know that there's a lot of triggers going on. And you have to click a lot, so maybe it's not like the fastest way to climb. As you can see, I have to click a lot to win this game. But you also have to know that sometimes people scoop here. Because they also want to go to Mythic. Like, that's what I mean, right? Like, you don't want to see this go through and through. But hey, we won the game again. Deck seems really solid. This is an interesting hand. I think we're going to keep this. It's not the best hand I had in a while, but... I will still shock myself here. Because I need the engine going, but then again, this is not really, really strong. Vivi already in the bin is good. So voice is nice because they can only counter it. Something like this they can do as well, right? Okay. They don't have a creature out yet though, which helps. They could bounce this, which I would do here. Another upgrade. Okay, so right now their hand is basically just slowing everything down. They don't add to their board state, which is good, but they have a Vivian graveyard, which is bad. They can go creature, Cauldron, go crazy. It's quite easy to do. Okay, I mean, you can do that, I guess. So opponent has some good ways to annoy us quite a lot. Quite a lot here. Don't have a sacrifice outlet. Well, that's a block. So, Sir is growing. This Terza is getting strong, which I do not like. At least it's not 7 yet. Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Probably the better play here. I agree. I agree to this one. They're looking for Cauldron. Okay, they have removal. Or bounce. Most likely removal. I'm gonna keep them. They give me draws. Okay. Bounce on Innocence is annoying. Yeah, it's annoying. Do they have the Cauldron? Yeah, they have it. This deck is not really nice against Cauldron, but what you want to do? We also didn't have our best hand. Okay. They have a Vivi though. Right, yeah. Yeah. I don't have a sacrifice outlet. I could have double blocked here, of course. But the way it looks right now, I'm a bit scared. Yeah. I'm a bit scared, not gonna lie. What are you gonna play here? Great. They got me there. I would have got a sacrifice outlet, which is quite interesting. We have to play this and hope they don't go off too much. They have a braids. They have only good spells they can get from Terza, which is... Don't be flood. Okay, at least it's this one. I can live with that one. Come on, let me the draw at least with Innocence. Let me have that draw. Yeah. Yay, we get a draw. That is nice. Okay, race. Okay. Race is interesting. We don't have a sacrifice in the graveyard. So we actually want a sacrifice in the graveyard. Can do 2 damage. I'm going in with 1. They can go off though, but yeah. Them having Cauldron is quite annoying, to be fair. So I cannot really get rid of Innocence. Yeah, this one we have on our hands, so it's okay. I mean, okay is relative, right? I can only block 1. That's really frustrating. But they do have to use the Cauldron here. They do have to use that. Let's see how we can play this. No. What do we have left? We have 2 voices and a sage. 3 sages. I do think we have to raise here. It's the only way we actually can try to survive longer, and our hand is quite decent here. Because that Cauldron is just eating up my graveyard. Okay. We go these two. Double Cauldron in the graveyard. Okay, we can get rid of Cauldron next turn, which is nice. But hey, they can just go off, you know. It's like, it's not like nice or something. But hey, we have to try our best here. Yeah, that's a really annoying one. Ugh. This is where Ultima shines. Oh, okay, I think that's it, huh? Even if we find Ultima, probably cannot do it. They basically have endless mana, and they just play everything out. I mean, getting rid of Cauldron low-key helps, but how do I get rid of Vivi now? So that's the main problem. And also they get the dragon, which is not cool. They force me to really block here. Like really block. If I double Blood Witch, I have 6, 12. I could technically win with double Blood Witch, so let's have a look. I just need to survive this turn. That's the main thing. And I need my Sealed in play. So just by calculation, this is 8 damage on attack. Then they have to block as well, which would be another 4. They can block with Vivi right now, but if they play another spell... Okay, so everything gets haste, so we are forced to block way too much here. I think they have it. They have too many dragons now, right? I have to sacrifice the Sage too, but this is gonna be a really interesting one. Okay. Well, they maybe give me a chance here. I just have to survive. That's like the main goal. Can we survive this? It's all about math now. Okay, we cannot. We have 3 blocks in the air, 2 blocks on the ground. Yeah, no, good game. Cannot. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. And yeah, one more turn. So sad. So sad. But hey, GG. Yeah, well, the deck performed quite well, even though we couldn't use Ultima. And I'm sorry again for the blurry camera on one game. But I want to include it because it's a control matchup and it's the only one I've faced. So I want to have it. But other than that, I think the deck is strong. It's not S tier, it's A tier, A minus, like I said in the beginning. Fun to play, not fun to play against. But yeah, thank you all so much. The channel is growing really fast. I don't know what to say. I didn't expect it to go this fast after I came back 5 weeks ago. Thanks guys, really, it's just such a nice feeling to be back in this Magic community. Getting to know many new people, the Discord is blooming, it starts, everyone writes, we have a good time with each other. And yeah, trying to do more and more for the channel. I also try to stream more, but I try to do everything, right? It's not that easy. Let me know what you think should be something I should do. Let me know in the comment, would be really cool. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching, and I wish you all a good day, good night, wherever you are, and see you all next time.